Good evening. I'm Erin Cargile. More than 6 years after the first test run, a lot of back and forth and even a lawsuit. Next week, Austin police will start rolling out officer body cameras beyond the downtown area. Today, Interim Chief Brian Manley talked about the addition with East Austin as the place where you'll see all officers outfitted next. But why not the entire city? KXAN's Chris Davis asked the chief, including those who say a lot more work still needs to be done to protect everyone.
Starting here, starting next week, officers will be wired up.
We're happy that they're here, and we're going to get them out as quick as we can.
Austin police showed off the cameras at a news conference today. The East substation is the first to get them in this new rollout.
We just needed to start the program somewhere, and that's why we developed a plan based on the numbers of officers that work out of each substation.
The department also has to build out new infrastructure for the cameras.
Each of our substations will have a room just like this where it's key-carded access in and out.
Maybe the new body cameras will help to some extent, but there's still a number of concerns.
The advocacy group Austin Justice Coalition looked at their numbers and found a few hot spots for police use of force and high police interaction.
Well, they are all on the east side,
where the cameras are deploying next week. Joao Connolly believes there might be some correlation there, but he's still skeptical.
I would say the cameras in and of themselves aren't enough. I would accept it as a step towards more transparency if there are proper mechanisms for community oversight.
APD's 7-page body cam policy sets a lot of rules and standards. It lays out when and how they're used, how long video is stored, and a number of other requirements. Connolly says they don't go far enough.
It's hard to celebrate just yet.
Chris Davis, KXAN News.
The goal is to have all cameras for all APD officers deployed by next summer. That will put the total around 1,500 out on the streets. And interestingly, I take a look at how Austin police are set up around the city. The red dots are headquarters and the substations around town. Looking at the most calls handled last year, 78741 had more than 10,000 combined. And these are the top 8 areas focused mostly on the east and south sides of town. Downtown and the east stations are where cameras will now be in use. APD told us the plan to roll out more than 200 cameras to officers in the south substation. That will happen in December. And interestingly, the complaints against Austin police officers are fairly spread evenly across the city. Take a look at the latest total number of cases from the Austin Police Monitor. You can see the spike in the downtown sector with nearly 60. After that, nearly every other sector of the city has 30 or more complaints.